POW, correct?
Yes.
Well, sometimes there's synonyms that words that there's words that mean something. I'm tired. Okay.
I'm drinking salami.
Hi, tired. I'm Thomas.
Thomas has 6 small wheels, a short stumpy funnel, and a short stumpy nose.
And Steph's about to have a slap in the mouth.
How dare you make fun of my childhood?
It was my childhood too.
Well,
I think we can all agree
I
though.
love Thomas.
I think we can all agree though that the CGI version was absolutely god awful.
It's disgusting. I hate
Oh my god.
I suppose.
Is this one better?
My eyes
It got-
bleed.
It got too condescending, I think.
it
I think it got too childish. Like there was this right blend.
Steph, shut up and let Spoken talk.
Yes,
Is this one better?
it'll do nicely.
Yay.
It is better.
Yeah, this is the microphone I use for recording.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
Let's tweet it out. Let's look at it, see, so I can introduce everyone into the giant shit show.
This gonna be fan and frenzy or for no good reason?
I'm putting it
For
on
no good reason.
Yeah, we're putting it on the main. Let me just throw this in both of the rooms while I'm at it. Because this always misery loves company and attention.
Oh, that's a cute Jigglypuff.
Indeed.
Oh, do you mean my
wait.
profile picture?
Oh wait, we're live. Shit.
My profile picture is a
Are you
Jigglypuff
just now
because of the it's because of the new Pokemon movie.
I mean, it's all right. It's an all right profile picture. It's decent. Whatever.
I'm gonna boycott this. Noah's not doing the voice of Pikachu.
Okay, so let's introduce everybody around the room. There's supposed to be like 2 people, so fuck it. This is FNGR. We're here to talk with Spoken Mind about the Mint Heart drama, but we're gonna go around the room first. For some reason, Massiker Molly's back. It's always good to have you, Molly.
Hi, I'm eating dinner, so excuse my crunching.
I am also eating dinner. I have Chinese. I should probably throw that in the fridge whenever things go wrong. That'll be my excuse. I'm also joined by Buttons.
Hello.
Indeed, and I'm always. Did I do Step already? I feel like I forgot about him.
I don't think you did.
Ouch.
Yeah, that was unironically I forgot about. So yeah, joined by Steppius.
Hello.
He really is Discount Rocky.
Oh, I would never forget. I would never forget my crazy freaking whatever the hell Rocky is.
Zighan?
Indeed, yes.
Zighan?
And joined by Lioconvoy and Spoken Mind.
Hi.
Hi.
So you know, you will be hearing a lot of clicking noise on my end because I got a new Transformer and I want to fiddle with him.
Well, fantastic. What is he? Well, what is he?
It's Computron.
Oh, nice. Can you snap off a picture of it so if you're gonna be fucking with it, at least so we can know?
Can you snap a picture and snap off its head?
Yeah.
Well, he's comprised of 5 different Transformers, so yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and get right into this. So,
Indeed.
Spoken, why don't you go ahead and give us your take on all this and what's
Actually,
gone down?
can I introduce this and I'll see if I can.
Oh, by all means.
Okay.
All right. So, to my understanding is that there was talk of someone inserting a spiked, painful object, a cactus, if you will, into one of the more problematic people in the fandom's posterior, perhaps. And it was. I'm assuming that this was done in a more angry and/or memeing kind of manner. And I understand that the individual can be a massive pain in the ass, and I understand why you said it. But here's how I'll put it to you like this. Do you know? And this is just an example. This person would never say this. Do you know who Keyframe is? Okay. Now imagine for a minute if Keyframe privately, she never did this, but winds up saying, "Oh, that artistic passion. I wouldn't mind pushing her into traffic." She'd look bad. You'd understand that if that got out.
Okay, but if I would understand what she went through before saying that, I would understand.
No, I get that too.
Okay.
There's certainly wiggle room, but it's what one would call bad optics. It's just a bad idea. So if you're going to really say ignorant things behind closed doors, you gotta make sure, it doesn't get out there. Or just watch what you say. Don't if you don't want people to know, don't say it out loud or be like, oh, that person's a pain in my ass. Temper how shitty you're gonna be. And just in case it winds up getting out there. There have been times where I've had some more interesting things that I've wanted to say about Mint Heart. And I just said, you know what? I'm not going to tell anybody. Yeah, no, Mint can be a huge pain in the ass. Oh, what specifically was bothering you about Mint?
Mint herself isn't that much of a problem. It was just an accumulation of all the shit that went through this week, and it was just at its peak.
So would you say that there were other contributing factors that had nothing to do with Mint that just got on your nerves? Maybe some IRL shit too?
Not IRL shit, mostly online.
Well, you did have somebody who was trying to get you to kill yourself, if I remember correctly. Was that last week?
Yeah, but that was also online.
By the way, has that person moved on?
I have no idea. I haven't heard anything from it anymore.
Well, that's a yes then. that's how that rolls.
The last thing I heard was that he made another fake account for me, but then both of those fake accounts got deactivated. So.
Oh, nice.
Let's hope.
Yeah. So, if there's some more things to friggin' vent about, or otherwise this was going to be the shortest stream we've ever done.
No, it's look, again, I'm not here on anyone's behalf. I'm mostly here to field questions, give answers, and deal with some of the more contentious issues that have arisen from this. And one of the things that I was asked specifically to bring to spoken mind in terms of a back and forth here is, do you still stand by that really, really negative, visceral thing you said about Mint that you think should happen to her? Do you still stand by that, or do you want to walk that back a little bit?
Let's just say that my temper has gone down, but I'm still pretty pissed with her.
Okay,
but I wouldn't repeat what I said yesterday. But I'm still pretty pissed.
Well, what are you pissed at Mint about?
That she... Goddammit, nerves are my language. That she associates with those people, let's just say.
Well...
Yeah.
I associate with them as well, just like I associate with Anthony. I associate with a lot of people.
Yeah, but...
Is that the only thing that really caught your ire here, is who Mint chooses to associate with?
But there's a big difference between you and her. You came to me directly saying, like, I want nothing to do with this, please respect this, and I respected it, I hope. And Mint chose to, go along with it and stoke the fire.
Well, I think there's a reason, for lack of a better word. I think there's more of a reason for that. And I'm not here to psychoanalyze, nor am I here to make excuses, but I would like to explain what I think is the thought process here. Right now, Mint is not in a good position in her personal life due to what's been going on. Mm-hmm. And so I've learned enough about human beings that if they're in a bad position and they don't have a real outlet, they'll take whatever they can get. And I think sometimes Mint lashes out because that's the only way Mint feels in control. Again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist. Yeah. So that's my takeaway from this.
I actually was thinking... Well, yeah, hold on. I was just thinking about this earlier, and this is the way I would talk about this normally. If Mint Hart is acting like an edgy 16-year-old, well, I mean, Mint Hart is 16. I mean, this is the premium age to act like a dumbass. My only problem with that is I'm slightly annoyed that there's either, whether Mint is choosing to do this on purpose or not, at least initially, there's an effort to put forth Mint as a saint. Now, whether or not that she's a kind of a pain in the ass still deserves to get the hell out of her situation. I get that. I understand that. That's perfectly reasonable. I am, however, slightly off-put by, if you're gonna say that you've gotten better, walk the walk, talk the talk. So go ahead.
I don't know if I don't believe there's ever been any statement, to my knowledge, and again I could be wrong, but to my knowledge of Mint purporting herself like a saint. I don't believe there's any info out there. And again, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, and shoot me whatever you got.
I do remember hearing during the stream that went down, the Second Bad Idea podcast, where she made the remark, I've changed, and I was kind of skeptical at the time. I'll admit, it took a while where the good old behavior, so to speak, started to surface again. I mean, you could sit there and say, well, Anthony, maybe that became a self-fulfilling prophecy. Maybe so. But it is what it is now.
Well, one of the issues we're having here is, look, there are some things that are unpleasant that have been said. I think those are all things that can be walked back. But what I have an issue with personally on my level is when people want to start attacking the fact that there's the GoFundMe and that Mint is still in need of support. I think that you have to draw a line at the difference between petty, stupid, and I will call it that because, frankly, that's why I see it, internet drama and dickery, and what's going on here.
I know what you're referring to because you're basically referring to the fact I want a refund on my money, and if I may...
Actually, I'm not referring to that. I'm referring to someone else that I went back and forth with today that Anthony's aware of.
Okay. So...
Okay.
Okay. Fantastic. But,
well, may I address that for a moment?
Well,
my situation? Real quick? Because I know that Leo has this idea of me just wanting a refund because of drama and what Mint does on the internet, but the reason I want a refund is...
Could you take the volume down a little bit? You're getting kind of high. My ears are going.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know. The reason is that better?
Maybe it's me. Go ahead.
Alright, the reason I want a refund isn't because she's doing stupid shit on the internet. The reason I want a refund is because you and Pesh told me yourself that she needs to work to get herself out, and instead of doing this, she is choosing to harass people online, and instead of using her time wisely.
Well...
And I don't feel that I would want to fund that type of... Now, when she gets out of her situation, I will be more than happy to give money back. But for the time being, until I see better behavior and time well spent, I'm not going to support this.
Well, my issue isn't with that. My issue is more of the fact that we have had people that are pointing to Mint's actions. And we have had people that, and I'm not going to name names here, and I respect the idea, and I expect you guys to not also mention names. We've had people try to recommend even using the GoFundMe as a sort of Damocles above Mint to eschew certain behavior. I do believe that some of the things Mint does online are ill-advised, poorly done, but I also expect her to be a teenager and to do ill-advised, poorly, and dumb things. So at the same time, I can't control Mint. Nobody can control Mint. All I can do right now is run this GoFundMe and do everything on my end to try to help Mint get out. Now, I can't force Mint to do things. I can't force Mint to make the right decisions. All I can do on my end is give as much peer pressure as I can and do what I need to do with this GoFundMe. So that's where I'm sitting on this.
Yeah. Again, I'm a long way from being pro-Mint. But if I were in Mint's shoes, would I, being 16, having to deal with the bullshit going on at home, would I be as well behaved? Probably. I'm pretty shit. So I understand. I get it.
Real quick, can I address something in the chat? If I wanted to sound like Miss Anthropony, Speedy, I would sound more like this.
Yes.
What is your mental state, Mr. Convoy?
I try to talk like this, like I literally chew the air. Nom, nom, nom.
Oh, was it my turn to talk now?
Is it my
turn to talk now?
The last time I tried and sounded like Miss Anthropony, I made him sound like Granny Smith, so I'm not gonna do that again.
I'm not gonna talk like Miss Anthropony because I don't think it would be polite to...
I was about to say, why are we suddenly all kicking the shit out of... I mean, I did it too. So
Yeah, but
I like Map. I like Map. I give Map.
Yeah, he's
for anyone listening in, Leo Convoy asked for me to re-add Map to Limbo and then instantly made fun of him. Instantly.
Yeah,
Aw, poor guy.
Map is a good one. Map is a good one. He's a good bean.
Now,
Yes.
Step would like to say something, so let's go ahead and give Step the floor.
Okay.
Right, and if we're going to talk about the quote-unquote raid and spoken server, Min had nothing to do with that. So if we're going to bring that up, I just wanted to point that out here and now.
I do think...
Okay, but then she also didn't have anything... Shouldn't have said anything about it.
Well, the problem that you're going to have with that is, imagine being Mint's age again, and you have somebody pass to you that you're, I don't know, one of your schoolmates, Sally, wrote a mean note about you in the girls' bathroom. If you're as hot-headed as Mint is, you're going to address that, and you're going to address it in probably the least tactful way possible. Mm-hmm. So that's what happened is Mint saw... I'm not exactly sure of all the logistics here because I've been at a convention all weekend and I haven't been paying as close attention. I probably should have, but what happens is Mint gets a hold of this or is given it or sees it or whatever, and Mint flies off as Mint does. And because it was said either by you or in your server, I don't know which one, that's where that comes from. So if you put yourself in Mint's shoes in a more enclosed social dynamic, because again, Mint really only interacts with people online, wouldn't you understand why she would react like that?
Sure, but I think a better comparison would be like if I would have written in my journal, my private journal, that girl was a bitch or that guy was an asshole, and someone would have found out. I think that would be a little better comparison.
So your issue is with the breach of privacy.
Kind of. Because if I can explain the situation of yesterday someone
If I can give my advice here. From what I understand, you told me you had Chaos Armada in your chat.
No.
Oh.
No.
No, that was Close Strokes chat.
It was Quill's chat.
Oh, never mind.
No, yesterday I had someone by the name of Delta Brony in my chat.
Yeah, I know him from DA.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't know him on DA. I follow him sometimes. I see shit of him. And I thought, okay, I know this guy, but I have him blocked. And I am going to fully admit this. I was a fucking retard. I am going to fully admit that I was stupid to just go on and let him in my server. So yeah, it's actually on my end that my server got raided and I panicked and yeah.
Well, even after Delta Brony left, I think didn't the leak still happen? Because Mint said that there was still a leak in the room.
That was her just trying to get me on edge. It was Delta. Well, because I think, and no, I'm not gonna say who I think it was, but I have a hunch. But it was someone that I previously banned because I had him blocked. So, yeah.
Real quick, Anthony, can I get you to check your messages, please?
Okay, 1 sec. Let me blink the screen, I suppose.
I'd appreciate it.
Sure.
Spoken. I have a question for you. I'm pretty transparent about everything I do. So one of my inquiries here is I noticed that Mint's Twitter is completely deactivated, suspended. Did you report Mint?
Mm-hmm.
For what?
For the tweet that she put out yesterday.
What did the tweet say? I'm afraid I haven't been following completely.
Wait, if you give me a sec, I screenshotted it somewhere.
I think I got the screenshot from what you said. Hang on.
I think it was in the library.
I think it was...
No, I want to apologize. Oh, hi, Blinky Iris. Thanks for the $5, so it doesn't read anything.
Blinky! By the way, I'm drawing
there
your
it is.
receipt.
I got it.
By the way, I'd like to say I've been very tired all day. I've been calling up Darkus's place of work and his college. It's just been so hard. I've had to warn everyone about... What is it I'm warning people about it from Darkus? I forget. There's something about Darkus I was supposed to be telling everybody. I don't remember what that exactly was.
Spoken. I got the screenshot that you. I got the screenshot that you got a Mint.
Okay, go ahead and just read it off.
Mint Heart, add Spoken Mind. Closing your DMs like the fucking pussy you are. That's fine. I can see everything you're saying about me in your group still. Continue to talk shit and tuck your tail between your legs. The battle is far from over. Let the purge of your members begin.
So what is it about that tweet that was the problem? Was it the insults?
It was the insults and the screenshots that she was still sharing.
Okay, so I know you're a big stickler for the rules of different websites, and I can respect that. But what rule did Mint break with these?
Direct harassment. I think that's the direct translation of the... Because
Targeted harassment.
Well, harassment...
Yeah.
Hold it.
Harassment tends to involve or require, being threatening. And this is literally a 16-year-old girl just talking smack on the internet.
Yeah, but, to be fair, I didn't think she would get suspended. I would just think that the tweet would get removed or she would get a warning or something. totally didn't expect to wake up with an email like, "Oh, Miss Spoken Mind, we suspended this account." I was like, "Okay, karma."
Well,
Hold it.
here's the thing.
I
Quick.
would like to
Go
get
ahead.
a clarification
Go ahead.
on that. Is Mintheart perma-kicked?
We
I
don't know. That's the
it
thing
says
that Twitter
suspended.
kinda...
You've been mundane, Matt. I mean mundane mind. I mean, anyways, this is your second time where you've been quick on the trigger there. You got to cut back on that. You've been.
She was out collecting boulders, guys.
I
Come
know,
on.
indeed. Look at all those
Now,
tabs.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ask a more direct question, and I'm not intending to put down any judgments here, but Spoken, it really bothers you when people insult you, doesn't it?
Well, I think it wouldn't insult anyone.
Well, I mean, that doesn't bother you when you get insulted, Steph. Let's not kid ourselves. No, but let's have Spoken Mind answer the question without any interruptions, please.
Wouldn't it bother you?
Oh no, I get insulted all the time. I usually think it's funny.
Okay, but like, put yourself in my shoes for a second and think of yourself as a very introverted and thin-skinned person.
Okay, I get that too, Spoken. Here's the whole thing. You do understand that I don't hate you and I'm not out to get you, right? Yes?
No.
Maybe?
No. I tolerate you too, dude.
What? Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, let's not go that.
You know what? You know what? I could always mute myself and put freaking somebody else in here. Jesus, wow. Oof.
I felt that from here.
I'm like, what the hell did I ever do to you? Jeez. When I first found Spoken Mind, it was on Tumblr, and there was like a lot of you were featuring a lot of my stuff. I was like, oh, cool, Spoken's a fan, and I like to, when at all possible, provided they don't turn into a Dusky novel, whenever a fan is trying to be legit with me, I like to give them room and a chance, to fix some of the things that they're doing. And I know some kids can be dumb, some kids can be a huge pain in the ass, some of those kids happen to be Minheart. I get that. There's a video out there where I not so lovingly sit Looney down when he was like 16, 17. And, if that's a look you want to have, Spoken, I can't talk you out of it. if you want to go down that route, just go check that video out. You'll see what I'm talking about. That's how you're going to look. If you're ready to go through and be criticized for that, which I mostly got away with. I shouldn't have, though.
Now, real quick, I want to address the chat here, Stormblitz. I wanted to ask you here on that someone leaked a post from Mint doesn't have a Discord. I'm not really sure what you're getting there. And Speedy says, could you tell Lio that the chat wants him to talk like Dr. Wolf?
That is
No,
freaking...
that's Brony Inspector.
Yeah, and Brony Inspector is not in the call. As much as I would personally love Brony Inspector, I would, but we were actually heading in a different, it's not conducive to where the hell we're going with this.
I'll tell you what, I'll take a shot at it later in the call. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Also, Mint does have a Discord.
Mint has a Discord, username. I thought this was a reference to a server.
Yeah.
Oh, a server. I'm sorry. I thought you said she didn't have an account. No, she...
Oh,
all
no,
right.
she has an account. She has an account.
Right, okay.
Take my damn
Who
sweater
doesn't
off.
nowadays?
Indeed.
Now go ahead, Anthony. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, no, I was just taking my freaking damn sweater off. I'm boiling in this room because my computer turned into a dock owl over here. Yeah, whoever wanted to go next.
Yeah, but like I said in the beginning, it was the accumulation of the whole fucking shit crap week.
I get that too. Let me give you a little tip there, Spoken. As someone who's probably gotten into more shit than any of you guys, and I'm going to cite the Massiker drama, you don't have to be online. You don't. You turn it off, go for a walk, clear your head. It's beautiful. Just go out for like a half hour, walk around as safe as you are away from your house. Just sit there, take in the air, come back online, and then, don't go dick with social media. Seems like a good idea.
Yeah, when I get really upset, I always tell you I'm going for a walk to get a milkshake or I'm getting a shower or something.
Yeah, and I don't go for a walk, but I draw shit.
Well, then I'd recommend using that outlet, channel some of that creativity, and take out some of that excess anger.
Yeah, but you know, yesterday it was quiet, it was nice, but then suddenly I get a DM from Mint, and my day was ruined.
Okay.
And yeah.
Leo?
Yeah.
Yes. Someone did message this to me, and I will leave them anonymous because they want to be, but they said for me to mention, I'd like to point out that a lot of... she said, Season said this. She said I could say this. Okay. I'd like to point out that a lot of people talk shit about Mint due to her attitude, and she can't keep going after people because they talk shit. Which, yeah, like... Season has a point. If you're getting unspoken about it, I mean.
Okay, I'll go ahead and address that since it is brought up. I can't say that Mint can't do that. Just like I'm not saying that Spoken can't do that. I would just not advise either of them to do that personally. But we all see that Mint doesn't listen to me, and we all see that. Like, I think there's maybe 2 people in this chat right now that I know of that do actively listen to what I have to say on the active. So all I can do at this point is try my best to mediate, to negotiate, and to put out fires. So I can't do everything. I'm not capable. I'm not. Go ahead.
Hold it. Okay, so Leo, how did Jack Nolan phrase it?
No.
Oh,
No, I'm trying to imagine. Our glorious lady in peril is in the chat. Would you like to add her Majesty, her mintiness to the call?
No.
Oh,
fuck.
I mean,
No.
I believe that this was brought up yesterday or earlier today, and I thought that would be unwise. So my answer is no. Hello, Mint.
well, try.
Hi. Okay.
But
No, Lord Ben Mazza. I will not be adding Mint because I'd rather not this turn into a giant pissing contest between everyone. Because that's what's going to happen. Mint's going to come in here, and everybody's going to start going at each other's necks, and Anthony and I are just going to sit outside, and he's going to take a smoke, and I'm going to wind up being depressed.
Okay. So
wait,
Jace,
Leo being depressed?
hold it, Jace. You're like behind her back. You mean out in public on a 6,000 sub channel? That's behind her back. Okay.
Yeah, and we're not
I'm like, I wasn't
shit-talking.
under the
We're literally-
impression
She does have some self-destructive behaviors going on.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't help her, but she's not going to help herself. We're being open and honest here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like, I wanted to say,
She
like,
needs to be willing to change.
like yesterday, like Friday or Saturday, I literally blocked everyone that was shit talking me on Twitter, and I was legit trying to avoid it all.
I did.
And then Mint decided to fuck it up again.
Well, first and foremost, you don't have to block them. There's this neat little thing you can do that I actually learned the hard way about muting people. That can help.
Yeah.
Because what happens when you just start blocking people, especially when you're using
Okay,
the
hold
block
it, Mint Heart. I am not going to change. I am going to continue to defend myself.
I think that...
Go ahead.
Mint, you're really making it hard on yourself, but okay.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, like...
I personally think that all of you should just leave each other alone and stay in your own corners. And I mean every one of you.
Wait a minute.
Me.
Whoa. When did you become that furry from the fucking goddamn Kiro video? I don't think anyone should talk about anything anywhere.
I'm not saying anything anywhere. Come on now, man.
I know, I'm just giving you a little hard time.
Why you gotta do me dirty like that, man? You're hurting my feelings.
Yeah, I mean, I think I remember the last time I talked to Spoken was a debate on whether or not cyberbullying exists. I wasn't even doing any of the memeing.
I think with enough people and enough effort.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
No, cyberbullying does exist. I should know.
Fifis, indeed.
I mean, I've had people try to cyberbully me. I just laugh at them.
For the record,
Oh,
man,
yeah.
you were part of the original reference. I'd offered it. Someone else. Things didn't happen, but I did originally suggest Mint.
Now, if you guys do want to pull Mint and call, you're welcome to, but I'll leave because I am not going to sit in the middle of all that.
Oh, no. If Leo's going to go,
no.
I'm not going to bother with that shit. No.
Girlfriend.
Yeah, that's
No. No, I am...
Yeah, if the moral authority is
What
going to
is
leave, then I'm not going to
heard
be
that
here.
no
Let him
one
talk.
down?
Okay,
Oh my
guys,
God.
Hold
let
it.
Anthony talk.
All right. No, I just said, look, the whole idea was to have a reasonable sit-down discussion where everybody chilled the fuck out. That's what I was looking to. The original suggested call was me, Leo, Button, Spoken. Put the shit out there, talk, squash it, and move the fuck on.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted. And, then
Okay, real quick here.
we can we do that instead?
Shelly, hold on. Shelly says, Spoken. Why do you falsely report my Twitter account and falsely report Vita's videos? Why do you abuse the community
hold it.
systems because you don't? Is that true?
Well, hold it here, Sheldon. I thought you were thrown off of Twitter already. Did you lie about that?
No, he's not talking about a recent event. He's talking about an older one.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of just the same as this one.
Yeah, no, I'd like to address, I don't support sorry, I almost called her Mundane Mind. Spoken Minds.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Not again.
for all my problems with Fusion, I don't agree with him, that situation that happened. His channel got demonetized. YouTube is already a massive pain in the ass already. It doesn't need any help being, jerky about it. You were all haha.
If you're gonna spread around a video harassing someone purposefully, crying at them for the fact they're reliving the fact of something
I
very
wasn't.
traumatic.
No, hold it. I
Okay,
wasn't even
let's-
going to bring up the video. I was just saying I didn't agree with the flagging part. But anyways,
Well, it depends on the
Okay.
context of the situation.
Hold
Wait a
on,
second.
hold on.
Wait a second.
We're not gonna. Hold on. Bad step. Let me put out an idea here, and we'll see how the forum takes it. Let's say that Mint does come on. Hold on. Don't lynch me yet.
okay.
Okay.
If Mint, listen here. If you can remain calm, respectful, and let's keep all direct insults away on your end or anyone's end, we can have a calm discussion about this. But let's try not to devolve into full screeching. That gets old real quick.
If it goes for her too.
That goes
Well,
on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
And
I
they
was
can't
addressing.
screech
I was
either.
addressing
Yeah.
it directly.
Yes, if you
Okay.
let's just put this alternatively. If you guys want screeching, there is a beautiful channel called Shelly D that is screech-tastic. That he could stream that bitch over there, and I'll be over y'all.
Hell
I'll
no.
have.
View of MLP.
How are you?
I
This
see.
time?
don't-
I see. We have.
I'm not gonna get in the call.
But-
with
by the way,
Shelly.
Sheldon, I did see
No,
that-
with
No,
Sheldon?
Sheldon and Jace are not allowed.
No,
Sheldon and Jace are not allowed.
Well,
You don't
look,
want to talk to
hold
us,
it.
bro.
Look, I'm prepared. I just want this to get smoothed over, so I will attempt to direct this. I will do everything in my power to give Mint Heart a fair shake. No one, yeah.
She says here, I'm not super cringy, Lio. I won't screech like an autist. I promise. Okay, so I'm going to personally hold you to that. But real quick here, I want to go ahead and give a shout out here. We have a very special guest in our chat. We have Detective Donut Official. Now, this is a very important person, I will have you know. He is a detective, and his name is Donut.
God bless him.
Mhm.
Wait, is Burning Donut in the call or the
God bless him.
thing?
No.
No, those are all
He's a
accounts
lost
just named
gremlin.
Detective.
Lost gremlin.
I know for certain that's an alt account of someone.
Whatever, it's fine.
Okay,
So we
gonna
unfortunately, Step, I love you up and down. You and Molly gotta go.
Molly. Wait.
You and
I can just mute myself. I mean.
No. We tried that already. That didn't work with some other people. I'm sorry. So look,
Alright, check it.
I love both of you guys. You gotta go though. Bonk.
That's fine.
Yes.
See ya.
Yep. Nothing personnel, kid.
Yeah, Molly.
Indeed. All right. So let me go throw my chicken in the fucking fridge. I'll be
Okay.
right back.
So is that a metaphor or a literal thing?
He has.
I have Chinese food. Like what? What are you saying? I'm gonna put my wang in the fridge? What the fuck?
Do you call your wang your chicken?
I don't know if that's what. Never mind. I'm not gonna bother.
Oh.
Posting is what I do.
Limbo posting.
He put the chicken in the fridge.
But the chicken, that would be a metaphor for something. What would that be a metaphor for, though?
I don't know, but real quick before he gets back, so I can go ahead and give the chat what they want. Let me see here. Hello, chat. I am Dr. Wolf, and I would like to talk to you about a little thing called internet problems. What happens when you have problems on the internet is you call them and you yell obscenities at them until they fix it.
Okay, that's solid.
I'm dying. That was actually really good.
All right,
give them
Leo.
what
So
they
I'm
wanted.
assuming that you have Mint, and you could chuck him in here. Mint. Also, don't throw the other two knuckleheads in here. We could do that
Yeah.
some other time. Yeah. Well, I will be glad to stream with at least half of those knuckleheads some other time. Maybe Jace some other time.
Please.
Yes. Well, I'm on good terms with Sheldon. Fuck, man. I technically owe Sheldon for fucking goddamn coming on. Well, he didn't make it worse. So I'll consider that an IOU when we...
Yeah, but that doesn't mean Jace gets to come.
Brony Spectre wants to fight me now. I was asked Brony Spectre. That was a request.
Indeed. Okay, so... Oh, wait. Here's a super chat I missed anyways. Blinky Iris. Never give you up. Never gonna let you... Oh, I got Rickrolled. God, never gonna run around and desert you.
Blinky Iris, oh my god. Oh,
never
also
gonna
Blinky
make you
Iris.
cry. No, I got to read this.
God.
Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Lightening the mood. Thank you, Blinky. You wonderful person. You wonderful.
Blinky,
Okay,
I'm still drawing your character.
Okay, wonderful. If someone would add Miss Mint.
I did.
Okay, cool.
It's gonna take Mint a minute to get Skype up and running,
Okay.
so we got a little bit of time.
All right. I don't know
Thank
why
you,
it's
Blakey.
fighting
Now
you.
it's stuck in my head.
Oh. I keep getting an error chat when I'm trying to post to my own fucking room. That's driving me nuts.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. This is Shelly D. Can you hear me?
Don't take this the wrong way. I'm gonna have to apologize to Opal in advance. You sound just a little bit like Opal. Just a skosh.
I don't know which one of them should be offended.
Well, it doesn't sound like screaming bees, so it's not Opal.
Hateful Eight, the convention went very well this past weekend. Thank you for asking.
Okay, so I absolutely am going to say to Minhart's face what I said. If I were in Minhart's position... What is that, Bernie Inspector? So if I were in Minhart's position, I doubt I would be any better behaved. That said...
Oh, there's more. Shit.
No, yeah. I think that, you're douching it up a skosh, just a little bit. And then you're like, if your response is, Anthony, you're one to talk. No, absolutely. Absolutely. There's technically nothing you're doing that would be out of my moveset. But at the same time, don't
feelings mutual. You're
okay, yeah. Yeah, no, that's cool. That's fine. And you know what? At your age, you have every right in the world to be a little cunty. That's fine. But if you're trying to ask people for money and look sympathetic, you're not helping your case. That's it.
I don't like how people want me to act like I'm a hurt puppy or something. Come on, guys.
But that's the object of the GoFundMe, though!
I don't think it's that people are expecting or wanting to act like a hurt puppy. I think it's people are... Well, I think ultimately they just want you to calm down on the vitriol that you tend to do, because you are honestly in a very, very bad situation here.
I get it. I do admit I do have a temper. I'm not gonna lie. I do have a temper.
I have the perfect person I would compare you to is actually in the chat. May I?
When Anthony started talking shit, it's like, are you serious, my man? Come on, just leave me alone.
Hold it. The person I would best compare you to is, I understand you're in a real bad spot. The person who I've been friends with for the longest time, you remember when Sheldon had freaking cancer, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I've gone back and forth. There have been times where I've loved Sheldon. There have been times where he's been a pain in my ass. But that said, he didn't deserve to have cancer. But there have been times where I could be like, I don't care because someone's making it harder for me. People want to care about you, Mint. Don't make it an uphill battle. don't make it fucking hard.
No, I get it, but it's like, I don't know. I just got fucking pissed when the leaker, I'm not going to say who it was, when the leaker was showing screenshots of Spoken's server. That really set me off.
Okay, so Mint, I'm gonna do this in front of.
She don't block me if she hates me so much.
I'm going to tell you this right now in front of Spoken. God help me. Who the fuck cares about Spoken Mind? Sorry.
Okay, good point. But I just got, I don't know.
Imagine. Okay, I'm going to. I hope Buttons can appreciate this. Hold it. Let me finish this thought. It's like when Buttons comes up to me and says, "But Rio's talking shit." I'm like, who the fuck cares about Ryu?
Okay, you shut the fuck up.
No one cares about Ryu. No one.
Ryu was talking shit. I was saying he was telling me people were talking shit. Okay, there's a difference, motherfucker.
Yeah, there's a certain tier. Yeah, believe it or not, Mint. and you definitely have every right in the world to going, look who's talking, Anthony. You are a person in the public eye right now. You have some level of responsibility, a little bit, and you'd be like, well, Anthony, you have room to talk. Yeah, absolutely. Completely hypocritical for me to say. But people want to like you, and they want to try and sit there and root for you. And it's, don't just think of yourself. Think of the other people who are going to be asking for money later on. It's going to leave a bad taste in people's mouth. I
mean, I think Fallen was sure he left a pretty bad taste in everyone's mouth.
If Anthony had a GoFundMe, he'd just get coal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
No, he get kratom. He get kratom and booze.
Jesus. Fantastic.
I'd give the dollar to Anthony and be like, because I don't entirely hate you, with 50 in different colors.
Jesus.
Well, no, I think, some things we do need to cover here. Again, Mint wasn't apparently responsible for any of these leaks. They just got...
I really wasn't. I didn't even know that person was...
I know that you're not responsible for it. I know that it was probably someone else from the barrel.
I do want to apologize for one thing. To Spoken and Buttons, I'm sorry. I've been acting like a bitch. But, you guys make me so... I have a terrible temper. Lately, it's been even worse than usual.
Hold it. I have to give a word to my sponsor here. Hey, FNGR, it's Chicano Brony. Thanks for always putting out great content. I'm sure Mint will argue with that. And a great dude. Much respect, Hermano from Smoky Mountain, Southern California. Yeah. Hold it. Let me finish. Much respect, Hermano from Smoky Mountain, Southern California. $9.99. And I was like, oh, thanks. Beautiful. So, yeah.
I'm going to fight this guy. What's his name?
Aren't you some kind of Latino freaking Mint? Come on.
She is, and that's one thing I actually kind of know that her hot-headedness is coming from, is because she is Latin woman, and they are angry.
Very hot. I'm not.
Hey, I'm Hispanic too, man. Why do you think I know these things?
You put up with an obscene amount of my bullshit, Leo. Don't give me that.
How put up with Anthony? Holy shit! How are any of you fuckers able to put up with this man? Come on.
Man.
Okay, well,
it's fine. Shit.
Okay, that was very clearly a joke. And yes, Darkus, really, I'm Hispanic. I can say these things.
Yes.
You can't.
Because I don't have my laptop, so you guys don't have to tell me what's being said.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just nonsense.
May I?
You guys.
Speaketh?
So for everybody from the barrel, you guys should ask Darkus about the defending his boss who's sleeping with the 16-year-old.
Oh my god! Wait, what?
his boss from the Furry Raiders. He was all up memeing and being like, "Oh no, you guys are being social." Hold up, Fiber. Add me to this. No one is going to add you. Add me the call so I can interrupt everyone. That's.
I'll tell you what, Live is Fiber. We'll add you to the call if you can beat me in an arm wrestling contest.
Excuse me. Can I speak?
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I don't think I think even when we learned you didn't cause the leaks, we were still upset you were endorsing and kind of poking the bear, so to say, about it. And we understand, I can understand being in an abusive environment. Again, I empathize with you about your environment. I was in your position at your age. That's why, I really wanted to support you. And then, it just, stuff kind of kept piling on over time. It hurt a lot. And I understand your position.
I mean, you got mad at me because I apparently forced you into barrel. I mean, I really didn't. I asked.
The reason you did that is because
you did kind of lure. You were trying to lure me in there, and I was like, I'm not dumb enough to fall for that.
May I say the reason? Excuse me, but the reason you did that is because you were upset I was talking to Anthony again.
No, I really wasn't. I was upset you were talking to Anthony because you had said previously that he was causing you a lot of stress, and to me, hearing that you're talking to someone,
and then I talked it out with him like an adult. I talked out my issues with him like an adult, and then I realized there wasn't a reason to be stressed because we talked out our issues. So how can you be upset with someone for making a decision of who they hang out with? It's like I have no right to say you hang out with Vita and those guys. What right does anyone have to say who I hang out with?
I mean, I don't care if you hang out with Anthony. That's cool and all.
But then you messaged me on Discord saying you wanted me in Top of the Barrel, and when I went to Top of the Barrel, you had Jason hit, and you're
Jason.
But you were in the call. I'm very certain you were in the call, and I have that call recorded.
I was mute the entire time though, until the very
Not-
end.
You were still in the call as the point meant.
I
And
know. No, I
and
thought-
at the end of and then after the call, the boy I was dating at the time told me you guys insulted him for something that I'm not going to say because that's his private business. And
Nice, you-
that
chasing them.
my
I
point
mean,
here.
Hold
I
it,
didn't
hold it.
enforce
I'd like to butt in on that one. You suggested that she come along, lured. Even if you want to say that's a strong word,
Really
there's
forward.
an expectation of, you know, if you put people in certain situations, what's going to happen. Man, don't act.
And
up.
if I didn't go, and then if I didn't go, what would have happened? They would have harassed me until I did.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do.
Well-
I would have Jace. Oh, well, too bad. She said no. She doesn't want into the freaking call.
And I couldn't trust you at the time, and I couldn't tell that would happen.
You
Well,
know, Sheldon and Jace
But
are talking
don't-
about this in the chat.
Yeah, I know.
You could have. No, you could
I
have
don't
said,
care.
hey, no. And I told
I'm
you
not-
to be true. I even told you, maybe it's not a good
Well,
idea.
to be,
And then you- and then
hold
you-
it, hold it.
and
I'd
then-
like, hold it. I'd like to.
I want to
I-
say. No,
I'd like to have the
and
floor. Hold it! No, I need this right now. I need to get a response here to Jace. So basically, from what I understand from the last podcast, Stepia says that Sheldon only came because somebody from Barrel insisted he come. I obviously can't say who that is. So is Sheldon 3 years old and he can't think for himself? Don't give me that bullshit.
And then on top of that, and then I do want to say, Min, after you said don't come, they said, oh, your boyfriend has to come. And I had that screenshot to prove
I
it.
didn't say that. I said,
Really? I
well,
had
they
the screenshot.
in. And I told, okay, but there's a screenshot.
I feel that
Specifically
perhaps
say,
we're getting
Hey,
a
you have to
show.
bring your boyfriend 110%, or else I'm gonna put a gun to your head.
No, but you still said that he has to come.
Oh,
Hello.
I want him in.
Can I go ahead and just stop here for a second? We're getting a little bit too far off topic. We can have this tit for tat a little bit later. I think we need to stay more on topic about what happened 2 days ago as opposed to 3 weeks ago. All right?
What happened 2 days ago? What?
I think he meant yesterday.
Oh, I was like,
I am
days ago?
old and I get my days mixed up. I hadn't taken my fiber medication today. Okay, so all right, let's talk about.
Well, then you should be
yesterday.
healthier if you didn't have any fiber today. Oh.
Or maybe I'm full of crap. All right. So let's go ahead and go back to addressing the main topic here. Well, what set off apparently was things that were said in Spoken's private server. Now, I don't think I've seen all of these things. So, Mint, I'm going to go ahead and give you the floor to answer some questions here. Who said the things that set you off?
Oh, it was both Spoken and Buttons.
And-
My favorite part was when
Hold
she
on.
said, "I hope Mint gets a 30-inch black cock shoved
We
down her."
already
Hold it.
addressed
I
that.
thought it was a 30-inch. Hold it. I thought it was a 30-inch spiked cactus.
No,
No,
it was what Mint is saying.
Okay.
And she wants
Okay,
a
then I must have
black cock
I must have
shoved down her
misspoke.
ass. Okay.
Now,
Oh, that was funny.
Ow.
I think that was funny.
Okay.
Speedy, I can't fix my mic cutting out if it is
It is a
because
bit.
of internet, and
Yeah.
it's already connected to the. This isn't even on the road, so I can't help that. I'm sorry. Here's the. So you both said something or things apparently that were rather vitriolic about Mint in the server. Why did both of you just try to talk to Mint about this before doing that? Did either of you try to?
Just drag him into barrel. Breathe.
You don't even have to come into Barrel. I'm more than welcome to field any conversation.
You don't even have to talk to you. Just come to me. I'm not going to be like,
No,
"Oh, May,
well-
we
Well,
should-"
I mean, Mint, to be fair,
Yeah,
you do sound like you're going to keep like, well, I have to come into Barrel. I'm like, that's...
And the last time I talked to you, you pulled me into barrel, and I didn't trust you.
I didn't go into barrel. I asked if you wanted in to talk about plushie because Jace wanted you in to talk
I don't
about
care. Mint Heart, you know damn well what would have happened if I denied. They would have kept harassing me till I did, and they have harassed me severely this entire year. You cannot sit there and say they wouldn't have. We are not having that discussion. We've already
Okay,
addressed
how about
that.
Spoken? How about Spoken then? Spoken?
Well, I just
Why-
wanted
Go
I
ahead,
just
go ahead.
wanted to say that the screenshots missed a big part of the whole conversation because
Feel free to fill us in, please.
well,
I believe-
we were talking at that moment about the fusion video, and we weren't quite happy about.
My comment where I said it was a good video. I mean, I wasn't even talking about the pet part. I just thought it was well edited. Okay, like everyone thinks I'm talking about that part specifically, but I'm really not.
Yeah, okay, then it was a misunderstanding, and I apologize.
I mean, everyone keeps bringing it up. Did you guys see that kid Douglas's video on me? What a beautiful gem. He got so much. I left a novel in his comment section correcting him.
Not yet.
But what's with the Sargon laugh?
Sargon.
But like, I think that the leaker specifically took those comments that were talking shit about you.
Have to go and beat the crap out of him, but you know, I'm a weak little Mexican girl with noodle arms, so that's not going to happen.
And not to be rude, but people are allowed to vent about their frustrations in private.
The most important thing of all has come up. I have to read off a super chat. Context is magical. Okay. Blinky Iris. Thank you, Blinky.
Thank you, Blinky.
$2.
Okay, but I do want to hop on back to the barrel thing real quick. Like, Eden, you don't know how much I was hoping you'd say no. I was like, oh God, for the
really,
love of...
you kept saying, oh yeah, you know they want to say it, and then you said that my boyfriend had to come, who I was dating at the time, and
hold it.
You asked if he could come in, and I said,
can I pop in on that one real quick?
Yes, yeah.
There've been times where I've asked for shit that I was like hoping the other person didn't say no, but. Mint, do you need the trouble in your life that I go through, that I put myself into intentionally? Mint, do you want to really be as retarded as me? You have hope in your life. Don't do this to you. Don't be Anthony Aguilar, man. It's not good for you. It's a terrible thing.
I've been eating a whole yeet for you to say you're retarded and for you to admit.
I mean, I'm not ever going to barrel literally ever again after.
I understand why you like barrel, because the person in charge will never correct you.
Oh, actually, he does.
He corrects me all the time.
He's been a complete prick to men. It's pretty funny.
He told me if I broke my leg and got it amputated, that I still had to go to school.
No, we
you do.
We're not coddling. We're not coddling. But we're giving her nothing but grief.
He's not coddling me. It's actually they made a separate group chat with Matt, and they're like, you need to go to school. And it's like, there's no school on Friday or Monday, and they're like, we don't give a shit. Go to school, sit outside the...
Mint, look at it like this. The only person I know who would sit around instead of not fixing their life and constantly whine, don't be Donut. Please don't.
I don't want to be the burning donut.
Nobody wants to be the burning donut, not even the burning donut. Come on, don't.
Nobody's coddling me, though. I think the only person who's coddling me is maybe Matt, a little bit. And even then, he's still kind of like, hey, you need to calm the fuck down, my dude.
No, I can understand that. He sees himself like your father figure and stuff, so...
Yeah, and other than that, no one really calls me. Actually, Chambers of My Heart, she was so worried, she came in Arrow looking for me. I mean, I was at work today, so...
She came in panicking.
I was like, come on, leave me alone, I'm working, I couldn't answer because the internet at work fucking sucks. The McDonald's may have good food, but they have terrible Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't force you into barrel, and I didn't tell you, hey, you have to bring your boyfriend. You asked if you could.
Mint, I can get the screenshot.
Hold it.
I can get the screenshot.
Mint, when you nagged me to go, you then sent Sheldon to spam me on Discord to go to fucking barrel. You couldn't make me, but I mean, for somebody, I don't want to be insulting, but you were trying to lure, and the fact that you caught somebody else.
So
Alright, I'll get the screenshots. Hang on a sec. No, I'll get the screenshots.
I think you're missing the point that screenshots are not. The point is, no one can force you to do anything.
Yeah, in the future, sometimes just let it go.
And just for a moment, I have an anonymous commenter here who wanted me to pass on a message. He wants to say that he believes you are being disingenuous about the whole call that was in Barrel and being forced into it.
That is not disingenuous whatsoever. I have the call recorded, and again, I have screenshots to show.
You have the call recorded, and you have.
And I had How the hell? If I have evidence, like you.
Okay,
can
because you can't be forced to do something.
But you can be harassed into doing it.
Hold it.
Didn't harass you though.
May I?
No, by all means, it's your stream, Anthony.
Yeah, thank you. Oh my God, I have to beg for like a half hour. But my whole point. Yeah, no, my whole point is it generally speaking, Mint presented it in good faith that this is going to get solved by joining the barrel. Am I misrepresenting it? Mint?
Kind of, yes, because I didn't... I mean, I knew Jace wanted to mess with Buttons. And
Okay, now
Why didn't you
since...
tell me that? Why didn't you tell me that?
I told you to be careful. I said, look, it's probably not a good idea to bring your boyfriend. I mean, because you said...
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and step in here.
No, this is the part that needs to get resolved a little bit here, because if people are being brought into barrel based on, but lovable Binhard is in there, we'll be fine. That has to stop.
No, but here's my thing. Buttons, you've been in barrel calls at least 3 times before then, and each time had the exact same result. Why in the world would you think that
Because
this
I was
other
told
time?
it was for better intentions and that they wanted my boyfriend, so I thought they would be easy on my boyfriend. Therefore, I thought it would be better intentions because he was a complete stranger.
So you're gullible.
I admit it. My mother says it all the time. Doesn't mean it's my fucking fault.
Yes, if you take intentional bait, that is at that point your fault.
I didn't know it was bait.
I hate to cut in, but my mother's kind of reeing on the other side of the house. So
No, if you need to go, it's okay. Then
Yeah,
we can.
we'll catch up
We'll be
later.
we'll be able to have a more lighthearted talk if you got to dip Mint. Is that okay?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
if this is still going, am I free to jump back in later?
Sure.
We'll see.
We'll address that when it comes.
Godspeed, Mint, and I hope you have a okay, safe evening. Ugh. What do we get in here, Brony Inspector?
Yeah, let's get Brony Inspector.
Oh God! Fuck God!
Well, I mean,
Jesus! I just want to fuck around
either
now.
Brony Inspector or Shelly D.
Sure.
No.
I don't care.
But no, the point is, no one can force you. You know what? I've had somebody this entire time, like, dinging me and dinging me and dinging me and dinging me, trying to get me to add them. And you know what I did? Ignored it. Pulled out a couple of glow sticks and did a little dance with the pinging noise in the background as my rhythm to go.
Hey, Leo, not every person is the same, and only so many people can take so much fucking spamming and shit.
Tell you what,
Well, here's what you do. You harden up.
Leo, I've dealt with these people for a year. I've known them longer than you have.
You may have dealt with them for over a year, but apparently you're bad at dealing with them on the same issue over and over again. You've got to learn that sometimes.
Leo, they contacted someone who abused me offline just to get information on me. How fucked up do you think I'm willing to, like, they actually said that they had better intentions. They said they wanted my boyfriend along. They didn't know my boyfriend. I figured they'd go easy on him because he was a stranger like they did with Mim's brother.
They never go easy on anybody.
They were very
brought
easy on Mim's brother.
No,
they were very
because
fucking easy on him.
They came to Mim's brother looking for certain points of information. That wasn't going easy on Mim's brother. They wanted a certain thing out of that interaction, just like they want a certain thing out of interactions with you. What they wanted out of Mim's brother was information about what's happening. What they want out of you, so I can make this very clear. So they're go ahead.
To be fair, but the most respectable I've ever seen Jace was talking to Mim's brother. Like, he was straight up that day. I did keep that call.
Would you believe it or not, he's actually been respectful about one other person.
Oh, who's that?
Map.
I might buy that. Maybe. I don't know.
No, he actually was. I wasn't that call.
All right.
But here's the thing. They wanted info from Mimkage's brother. All they want out of you, Buttons, and this is, I don't know how much clearer we can make this.
I know. They want to make me cry and make me fuck. They want to fuck with me. I know that. Trust me, I fuck.
And you give them what they want each time.
No, I don't. I'm not giving it to them this time. I'm not giving it to them ever fucking again. I'm literally not even looking at the chat right now. I've not looked at the chat all night.
No, but at some point you have to have culpability for the fact that you kept falling for it, and hopefully you won't again. But
no,
you
I
do
won't
own
fall
some
for it.
sort of you do own some sort of responsibility for the fact that you chose to willingly go into a place that you know is aggressive towards you.
Doesn't mean
I'm Hispanic. I'm Hispanic. I don't go to Klan rallies. Okay, I know better.
Right. Doesn't mean that I'm the only one to fall here.
I'm not saying you're the only one at fault. I'm not saying anything like that. But I'm saying that you have to recognize it. You've got to learn.
Yeah, I have.
We'll
they've
see.
tried pulling, really, because they've tried doing shit recently. They keep saying pull me into barrel, let Jason the call, do this and that, and I'm not putting myself in those positions anymore. I've protected my Twitter account even.
Yes, but we We'll see. We will see. Time tells all things.
I know. But no, I've not even looked at the chat tonight because I know they're there.
Well, right now, if somebody called Vina Pony Onan Alt, what the heck?
I'm pretty sure we know who's got to go. There we are.
That's isn't that like
okay.
isn't that illegal? Last I checked, or
Don't
Okay,
so I'm
gonna go ahead and
don't
say-
pull me into
I'm
your
gonna-
policies.
No. I'm going to go ahead and say this real quick. Buttons, and this is
You're
you don't know
glitching
anything
really
about law.
bad.
Please stop.
you're glitching. I can't even hear you.
I got the gist of it.
What did he say?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me
Yeah.
now? Buttons, you really don't know anything about law. Please stop.
I'm saying that they have a legal agreement not to even
They-
talk to each other.
No, they don't. They have a gentleman agreement if something that
I
requires
heard
lawyers
gender.
and
I heard
contracts.
gender agreement. I'm pretty sure you meant gentlemen's.
I said gentlemen's.
I-
My phone. My
But stay tuned, everyone, for the Bad Idea Podcast 8, the gender agreement.
Oh my god!
Every time you get to the point of your sentence, it falls away.
It does. It has been bad.
God.
I was about to say, like, look, if if it really came down to it, if I'd be fine talking with Sheldon now. If Buttons wants to dip, I'd even talk to Jace just for the hell of it. I'd go for some shit posting right now. I could go for some autism.
Well, if Jason Sheldon are gonna.
Oh
be
wait,
here,
Blinky
should-
Iris,
yeah,
one more
I
time,
can
$10.
feel-
Jesus, Blinky, did you rob a bank? Anyways,
Blinky, you're nice.
hey now, you're an all-star.
know,
Oh, I fell for it again. Get
Hold
your
on.
game on, go on, play. Hey now, you're a rock star.
I will ask
I got
one-
money. I got to read this off.
Hey,
The show
please
on.
stop.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it's like
sorry.
you get paid. The glitter is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold. Yeah, I did it again. Yeah, Blinky, you memer. Anyways.
But it's like if Jason Sheldon are gonna be here, shit talk me. I need to defend myself and shit.
No, you
like,
don't.
that's
Okay,
another
hold on,
Speaking
issue.
of which, one moment. Do you want Jason Sheldon to completely leave you alone?
Yes, I do.
Then one of them has a question for you. If you want to be completely left alone and you want to ignore this problem, why do you keep tagging them on Twitter
I'm not
or
tagging them
referencing
on-
their
no.
tweets?
I'm not tagging them on Twitter whatsoever. I was in a
You
chain
did.
that they.
You-
no,
you
I was
did.
in a chain. I was in a chain. People tagged me in.
Yeah.
That is what happened.
You could have ignored it.
I don't.
Okay, hold it.
I
It's,
was
it's like
phoned-
Mint Heart saying that I have to go to... No, you don't either. Both of you
Yeah.
guys are wrong. You really don't.
Yeah. You don't.
I
Yeah.
was literally talking to someone in the chat. Not in the chat. I was talking to someone else in the chain, having discussion with them about something. I wasn't talking to Vita or Shelly or mentioning them and their situation. They just tagged me. That's it.
Now, if I wanted to, if I really want buttons, if I wanted to just tear into you right now, I could, because I'm well aware of things that you've said about me in Spoken Server as well.
Yeah, and I stand by them. I don't like you.
You don't have to like me, but you know what? I'm not wrong either.
Oh, you mean how you think I've lied about Patrick? I want to know what misconceptions you said about Patrick that day, because I'm very curious what misconceptions. Because I know for a fact Patrick has in fact lied to Vita to save
One
their own ass.
moment. Jay says that you tweeted his name and told him to get effed.
Yeah, that was months ago.
Months.
Yeah.
was
That
like-
was not months ago. That was,
Yeah, that
I
was like
remember this
2
tweet.
months
That
ago.
was 2 weeks ago.
No, that was not 2 weeks ago. That was literally 2 months
Okay, pull
ago.
it up with the timestamp on it.
All right, I'll look for it. But I want to know what misconceptions you were mentioning that I had been spreading about Patchwork. Because if it's what I think it is, I have proof that they've been lying.
Okay,
Okay,
so
tell me what you
let me give you a little shout out there, Buttons. And this goes double for Mint. Someone's trying really hard to get my attention. Notice I'm not responding, and I don't have to. And I'm doing
Yeah.
better on YouTube than both of you combined. So there you go. You don't have to do it. You really don't.
No,
Now,
I'm
okay.
sick of, like,
Tell me what you think the point of contention is.
the point of contention is that I remember specifically there was a situation back when ZD and Vita were still cool. Vita was saying that I dropped ZD, and then I mentioned how Patchwork told me to, and that when Vita asked Patchwork, they said that they did not. And
All right,
I
where's your
screenshot that
evidence?
they did.
Where's your evidence of the screenshots? Go ahead and pull it up.
Yes, I can have it. I have it right here. Hang on a
All
sec.
right.
And the only reason I kept quiet is because I didn't want them in the fire. But I'm sick and tired of staying quiet for someone who dropped me for a very pathetic reason.
And what's the pathetic reason?
I'm talking to Anthony.
That's not why Pat's dropped you.
Why?
Because you don't listen.
That's not what they're saying.
It has part to do with that. You were told multiple times what you should do to move on with your life. You were told that you need to go to therapy, actual therapy.
I was told to literally delete everything and stay off the internet completely.
Yes, and that would have been.
I don't have an offline life, Leo.
That would have been the wisest thing to do. And instead,
Leo. I don't have an offline life, and I'm moving back with my mother to get an offline life. That's what I'm fucking doing. I am moving with my mother next month, motherfucker.
You know, you can
calm down.
You can come to me all you want.
It's because I am getting an offline life, and you can't tell someone to delete the internet when they don't have an offline life and they don't have a car or mode of transportation.
Oh, I absolutely can, especially when they're constantly talking about how people are messing with them, harassing them. That's the only real answer in that situation. If you cannot handle the heat these people are giving you,
I don't exactly feel safe
to the point where you are talking about thoughts and possible actions of suicide, the best and only recourse you had within your grasp would have been to remove your social media and disappear for a while.
If I disappear for a while, I would have lost my fucking mind because I don't have an offline life for anyone.
You could have gotten an offline life.
Leo, I don't feel fucking safe in my neighborhood. I don't feel fucking safe where I live. My landlord is sexually harassing and touching me every time he comes over my fucking house. And he lives right next door to me.
Get a gun and shoot him.
We don't condone the thought of...
No, if somebody's sexually harassing you, that is legal.
Okay.
I'm not going to shoot him. I'm not going to shoot It is illegal to kill someone. I'm not going to become a fucking
It is not illegal to kill someone in self-defense when they are sexually harassing you. No, it is not. That's what is called self-defense, not murder. If somebody is consistently sexually harassing you and the police aren't doing anything about it, and they are intentionally coming into your place to do so, you have a legal right to stand.
I haven't brought it to the police yet because I didn't know, because every time I would confront him about it, he would say, like, oh, I accidentally touched you, or I was tired that day. And I don't want people to not believe me, because last time I brought something to the police having to do with sexual harassment because offline, they didn't do anything about it because there was no proof or witnesses.
Well, all you can do is keep reporting
it. If I do report it, I could lose my home because he's my landlord.
And you're going to be moving back in with your mother soon, so that shouldn't
exactly. But the point is, Leo, is you can't tell me I need an offline life when I'm afraid to leave my own home.
I can still tell you need an offline life.
And I'm getting one, but that doesn't mean you have the right to tell me that I should just delete all my internet and then treat me like I'm a
person. Yes, I can.
No, you're not my fucking parent. You're not my father.
It is the best advice that can be given to someone in that situation, regardless if I'm your parent or not.
It is if they have an offline life or people to be with.
What you are doing right now is making excuses, and I don't buy it.
Leo, you are not in my position.
I don't have to be in your position to understand what you're saying or to sympathize with you. My point is, what you are doing is actively making excuses because you didn't want to change.
No, it isn't. Leo, I wanted to get offline, but I didn't have the ability. I don't even have a fucking car. Or a license. I don't have mode of transportation.
Do you have a job?
Not at the moment. I'm moving.
Did you have a job when all this was going down?
Yes, I did. And
then you had coworkers that you could have connected with.
They didn't exactly like me, Leo. They treated me like I was a dumb dog because I didn't know how to do my job my first day.
That's why you can build up a lot of different things, either rapport with your coworkers, or since you were, Walmart? Or
Leo, not to be rude, but you're not in my fucking position, and you can't yell at me for not getting off the internet because you're not my fucking
I can yell at you for not getting off the internet because it was the dumbest thing you could have done. Is staying on the internet, and that's exactly.
Leo, but.
Okay. Is it back, or are we going, or no?
See, I can do that too. I can remove somebody from a call when they're pissing me off as well. It's not hard to do, and I told you this is what Buttons does.
Oh, you're an admin? I had no idea.
Oh, I'm not, but.
Oh, okay.
Buttons did this to me a while ago. Last time I upset them.
Okay.
Spoken, if you think I'm out of hand here, by all means, tell me.
No, I just wanted to say, okay, you're right. Like, you're half right, half wrong. Like, if someone is getting harassed and spammed and abused on the internet, then, okay, they should get offline and get a life. But some people can literally not do that.
I know
Sometimes.
Blake wants to have a debate. Can I put him in?
Oh, by all means. I like Blake.
Oh boy.
But can I finish my thought, please?
Sure.
Like, for example, if I would put
You're gonna stop
my
picking up on me.
Sure.
if
I was gonna say is
Blake, can I finish my thought because when
by all
I
means,
get
by all
interrupted.
well, can you do it without fucking whoever keeps getting kicked out being kicked out?
Yeah. Have
Yeah.
a kick button since you popped in.
Like, for example, me as an artist, if my money is in my art and my pictures online, then I can't literally go offline because everything I have is online. The best advice for such people would be like you said, ignore, block, mute those people to get away from them. In the most worst case scenario, make a new account so that they can't find you anymore.
And I kept doing that.
But like buttons, they can't go offline because we introverted autist spurks cannot function outside.
If you can't function outside, you can find other internet communities to operate in.
Yeah, okay, totally
You
right.
shouldn't- No, you shouldn't be fucking forced to leave because people
Thank
continue
you.
to because people continue to be a prick about it. It's also sorry for the squeaky chair.
Actually, it was more that you were cutting out. There's a difference between being forced to leave and giving you advice that that's the best option right now for you and
But
willingly
then you
not taking
shouldn't
it.
treat someone like
No,
a
it's the
diseased
same-
animal
It's the
because they
same fucking
won't.
thing, though.
If I wanted to treat you like an animal, Buttons, I'd have better ways of doing it than what I'm doing right now.
Leo,
Yeah, I'm not talking about you. Patch has a lot of balls to be talking about the shit they do.
Patch isn't part of this conversation. You and I are. You had a beef with me, and that's what we were talking about.
I had a beef because you were saying I had misconceptions about patchwork, and I was clearing those up, and then you decided. To
Oh,
change
you had
the-
more. You had more than just that. Yeah, if we want to get down, let's see here. Saying he is suspicious. Yeah, and these are all things we also talked about as well, as far as being in other people's servers. Now, hold on here.
Shouldn't be probably.
I thought you shouldn't be obsessed with saying mean things about you on the internet.
You shouldn't be obsessed with people saying mean things about you on the internet. Now, if you want to get smart with me, we can get real ugly right now.
Leo,
No.
All right, then Blake, I recommend that you try your best, your level best, because I know you can be good at it, to keep Buttons from being dumb.
Buttons, please.
Buttons, I'm gonna ask you to breathe. I'll talk to Leo for a hot second.
By all
Okay.
means, let's have a nice, cordial conversation. Blake, I like you.
Thank you. Oh, I'd like to at least think I'm neutral when it comes to you, sir. But anyways,
Well, now
So-
I'm just hurt.
all right. Well, listen.
All right,
I get
let's go.
I get the whole fucking and just log off thing, but I'm gonna have to side with Buttons on this one. Some people can't log off. Like, I don't know what white picket fence and situation you got going on, but for some people, they literally live in a place that is 100% unsafe, and the pals and bros they have on the internet, that's their only way of connecting with people. And
All right, and the pals and bros that Eden or Buttons may have on the internet, were they going to completely block out of Buttons' life? Because my other recommendation would have been to find a different community to be in. Because apparently the Brony community is not a nice place for Buttons. Find somewhere else to go. If this one's too hostile, find another one to be in.
well, that's the other thing. We shouldn't just allow hostility like that. Wasn't
We
this
can't
is the
stop it.
Brony community, motherfucker. Wasn't the whole thing that we were built off of was love and tolerance? I know that started
No,
in 4chan.
No.
All right.
No.
So let me. I hate to butt in and cockblock you on what would have been an otherwise good point, Blake. But I mean, I never fucking supported that community either. I mean, I'm just gonna be completely honest. For Buttons to have even gotten into that part of the community, that would have taken a lot of political finesse to have gotten in the proverbial hug box over there. I don't feel like breaking down why that went sideways, because that'll be assault on open wounds, but that didn't pan out. And, you know, she's part of the branch of, allegedly, I guess, team son of a bitch over here. that comes with certain baggage.
Now, when it comes to finding your own little spots here, being an introvert, I understand that concept. My wife's one. But when you're dealing with a large group that has certain people that are being caustic to you, let's go ahead and grant and say that everything Buttons has said 100% without question, without deviation, without alteration. Let's say 100% everything Button is alleging here is true without question. There's nothing that can be done about the people that are bugging Buttons. You can't force them to stop. You can't even ask them to calm down a little bit, because even I tried that and they're not going to listen. Because Buttons reacts in a very specific way, consistently, and that's the reaction they want to get out of Buttons. That's part of the reason why I stepped in. Shut down.
It's because I felt a reason to defend myself the entire time, because they've been going after me for over a year.
But this
and it got to the point, Leo. They knew I was suicidal and had Jason instructions on how to make a noose and hang myself, and laughed at me when I failed to die. And you can ask Anthony; he called me all week that week in the hospital.
And again, I'm going forward right now. Current part of the conversation, giving you 100% credence to everything you're saying here. I'm not going to ask you for a citation. I'm not going to ask you for a screen cap. I'm not going to ask for any of that. All right? I'm going to 100% give you this credence here. You're saying that just now you are deciding to defend yourself, but you're not even really defending yourself.
I'm not saying.
Please let me finish.
You can finish when you fix your internet.
And I give you the floor. I can't. All right? I'm connected already, but...
You can type it in the chat and I can read it off.
Is it that bad?
Yes, it is.
At times.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and hop out and try to reconnect this.
Okay.
All right.
But I'm not just now defending myself. I've been trying to defend myself for a year, because they literally went to an offline abuser and my offline ex-boyfriend, and they invaded my offline life. So how am I supposed to sit by with that? How am I supposed to know and sit by and not fear the fact that they could try and contact my mother and brother who I'm moving with? And my mother could start getting calls or messages every day, what a horrible child she has, or trying to convince them what a horrible person I am. What if I were to get kicked out of my house? These people aren't just something you can ignore, especially with the actions they've caused in the past.
And Eden isn't the only one that this has happened to. The same thing happened during the whole Molestia controversy. Hey, people started actively attacking Pinky in her real life. So, yeah, the whole just ignore it doesn't fucking work. And the fact that Leo continues to stand, and by that point, is kind of insulting and kind of irritating.
And if people want proof, because I know they're asking for it, of my neighbor molesting me, I will give the text messages of me confronting him about it and him admitting to it. If they're really gonna, because
have you had a chance to record anything like I suggested?
He hasn't come by recently. Every time I had to go see him or give rent, his wife has been the one to do that.
He's being smart, the son of a bitch.
It's okay. I'm moving in a month. I don't care. I just want to get out of this place as soon as possible. You know.
Yeah, just keep breathing. Keep breathing. And
I would go to the police about it, but I'm afraid that they'll go to him and he'll say, it was an accident, they'll believe him, and then he could kick me out, and I don't want to lose my home.
I mean, when all else fails, there is the dark web.
No, I'm not going to the dark web, no.
God damn it,
all right,
Blake.
Sorry.
All right. Is that any better?
I keep mentally... Yes, it's beautiful. I keep mentally shutting down because of Blake. God damn.
Okay, so, again...
You are the Izzy to my whatever.
If you're talking about fighting back or defending yourself, you've already blocked them. You keep talking about them.
No, Leo, the point is they invaded my offline life. They contacted my offline ex-boyfriend and an offline abuser to get information on me. And I would have to worry about them contacting my mother or brother when I went to move with them. I don't want to have to worry about them invading my offline life again.
And Leo, I don't think you were here for this because you had already disconnected, but Eden is not the first person to have to worry about their offline night because of these people. Not these people in particular, but just bastards who's deciding to make somebody's life hell. During the whole Molestia controversy, Pinky got fucking threats offline and people stalking her offline. So just ignoring them doesn't fucking work. Moving to another community doesn't fucking work. The only way you can stop them is by confronting them or making them stop or fucking reporting. And even then, it might not stop because these people are relentless.
I do have someone saying that they didn't contact the ex-boyfriend. The ex-boyfriend contacted them. Now, I don't have any evidence for that. I asked for it, and I'm waiting for it. But as far as invading personal life, I don't have any real knowledge of that. I'm not going to pretend like I do. Now, as far as being relentless, again, it all comes down to one thing. Buttons keeps giving these people what they want. And right now, Buttons is still giving these people what they want. Because
I literally protected I'm crying because of stuff I talked about having to do with my offline life. And the fact that they have literally invaded my offline life.
Yeah, and again, that's still giving them what they want.
How are you not...
It's the whole thing of giving them what they want, that's a double-edged sword. Because I continuously am saying this, is if she gives them, if she reacts to them, and they get to continuously antagonize her. If she ignores them, and then they go through other routes. There is no escape. You don't understand this.
No, I don't know
why.
I understand it fully. If you are going to put... All right, hold on here. A moment. I'm going to put this out. If you are going to sit there and say they're attacking me, they're being relentless, then hit them back in the exact same way they're hitting you. Invade their...
How do I hit them back?
How'd they find your information?
I don't know. I'm not going to invade someone's off. I'm not going to stoop to levels, Leo. That is...
There's a difference between stooping to levels and returning tit for tat. If I get bit by a snake, I'm ripping the snake in half. I'm going to sit there and pretend like
I'm not going to potentially...
Hang on, Leo, you're cutting out again. Anyways, Eden, continue.
I'm not going to potentially do something illegal because people are fucking with my life. Because
the answer is to do nothing, to sit there and take it, right?
What the fuck am I supposed to do? I've tried everything.
You've tried everything but what I told you to do.
The answer is to report them.
Yeah, but sometimes...
The answer is to report them and make sure they don't have a platform.
Yeah. Try to take...
Report them.
Because, hang on. Leo, I'm going to ask you for a second a very important question. What do you think is going to happen and if Buttons finally has enough and dies because of this? Do you think they're going to realize as what they did was wrong? No, they're going to find somebody else to target.
They laughed at me when my attempt failed.
So
they probably will. But we're talking about specifically what is Buttons going to do here.
I'm moving with my mother, and I'm going to go to therapy and get a job or go to college. I've already talked it out with her.
Okay, but we're talking about what is Button. What are you going to do about these people and how they talk to you and how they deal with you? What they do.
I mean, well, what I've done is I've protected. Well, let's see. I've protected my Twitter account, and I'm just ignoring everything they're saying to the best of my ability.
And yet they still live rent-free in your head.
Then what the fuck am I supposed to do, Leo? You're telling me to ignore them, and I ignore them, and then you tell me that. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
No, I told you initially.
Hang on, Leo. What? Oh, you're talking in circles, so I'm going to butt in with a suggestion. Report the fuck out of them. Take away their platform.
I've already reported one of them.
To whom?
I will keep fucking reporting them. Report them on Twitter. Report them on Tumblr.
I'm not saying. Because
there you go again.
Hear.
Because now you're being
nonsensical. Because they can hear, Leo. No. They are watching the stream, and I'm not giving them the information.
Yes, they can hear. My point is, you have no one you can actively report.
Fucker, you are so wrong.
Tumblr can't stop them.
Oh my god, the police! The police, motherfucker!
How are the police going to stop Jace? He doesn't live in the States.
Not Jace. Someone else that reported.
Can't stop either. He lives in Canada.
Nope.
Motherfucker.
And if it's he who may not be named, good luck with that.
He's already been reported a few times, I think.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and put this in the chat here.
Can we wrap this bitch
This
up?
is apparently, this is apparently your ex adding them and not the other way around.
I wouldn't know his Skype. We never had each other on Skype again. We dated offline.
Apparently that is his Skype. So apparently
You can't confirm that's him. You cannot confirm that's him.
All right, I can
Ask-
confirm that's him.
Ask him for photo ID.
Yes.
Me too.
Ask him for a photo.
Confirm the messages.
Ask him for a photo, because it could just be some rando trying.
confirm the messages saying he's my ex. He'll say he's my ex if that is him.
All right. So I've got a random message here. Sorry about my crap internet connection. I don't know what's going on with it right now.
Oh yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Oof.
Ethan, talk to me after the stream, and I'll
Yeah.
give you a hand.
We're waiting on thing.
Holy shit! 7 Skype notifications.
Holy balls.
You know what? I'm going to take advantage of this little quiet minute to say that I totally agree with what Anthony said earlier against to Mint. Who the fuck cares about me?
No, Spoken, that's not true. I mean...
No, I know I am a literal nobody. I make a comic about a fanfiction that's like half of the Brony fandom hates. That's who I am. And I started diddling in drama videos.
Unless...
Yeah.
Hold it. Here's Spoken.
I was gonna say, you might not want to say diddle because that has bad connotations.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's for drawing. It has a double meaning. But anyways, my point is Spoken. Whether I said that or not, I like a lot of the little people in the goddamn community that other people don't get along with. It's why I can get along with. I know Hisenchi. Spoken. I think you're fine. That's all right. I got along with Ryo until he started calling me out of the blue. Yeah. I mean, unless someone's really going to be that thoroughly fucking obnoxious, I usually don't go after them. You have to be, AJ or KP levels of fucking annoying to make me come at you, generally. That's why I had to move on to a different fandom. People aren't fucking up on a regular enough basis for me to keep putting out content. At least for my standards.
Yeah, but I'm just saying I'm taking no offense with what you said. I was even laughing with you.
It's just taking a little bit longer than normal. While we're here, let's go ahead and fill this area with fluff. Were you able to at least get Mad Plushie off your back?
Yes.
Oh, good. He's an
Yeah,
idiot.
That plushie has gone full hippie.
The best thing I'll give you this is Buttons. It's always going to be some shit. There's always going to be some dumbass. It's not going to be the same people.
I just don't want them going to my offline life again. I don't want them contacting my mother or worrying about them contacting people I know offline again.
Let me give you a little tip. Don't go online and tell them you don't want that. Yeah.
Here's the best thing you can do. If you're not going to listen to anything else I say, at least listen to this. The best way to make sure these people don't get what they want is you call your mom and say, if anybody contacts you with this, that, or the other, tell her to laugh at them.
Okay.
All right, so let's see here. I'm opening this. Just give me a moment, and I'll post it in the chat.
I mean, somewhere Leo is right. If any of those assholes would call your mom, and if they would do, that's pathetic in the first place, but yeah, tell your mom to just laugh at them. If they want to sink that low to get at you by calling your parents or loved ones, let them.
There you go.
Alright.
And I hope you can agree with me on this, Leo, if they start threatening stuff. Like, I know that those guys can do that, but, you know, in another case or something, if they start threatening shit, then maybe the police is not that bad of a solution.
No, they're threatening you. Absolutely report them to the police.
Okay, thank you.
Report their punk asses to the FBI, because sometimes local police just don't do shit because they're incompetent.
Oh, yeah, that's so right.
There's a lot of leeway back and forth with stuff like that. It's a complicated bit.
I do try to ignore them, and again, like, I do want to ignore them, I do.
Buttons, I need you to check the chat.
I did. Yeah, okay, I can see that's him.
Okay.
What about the other person offline they contacted? The old person I used to live with.
Your old roommate?
We'll call her that, yeah.
Let me see here.
Also, just because I'm morbidly curious, chat. For those of you in the chat who are targeting buttons, what stupid fucking reason? Like, what do you get out of it? Like, are you really that fucking desperate for entertainment that you had to bother somebody?
Yeah, that's literally why they do it, because they think it's funny.
Well, go fucking watch a snuff film or some shit.
Not quite the same type of humor that they're looking for, but again, I understand what you're getting at. But no, you don't. A lot of people come in here with this big brain idea that it's some sort of psychological thing. No, they just think it's funny to laugh at somebody being goofy on the internet.
I hate to throw Sheldon under the bus. No, I don't. But yeah, I read when Sheldon's like, "Ha, Maeve Kage is gonna get a felony arrest. You know, she's gonna get 5 years probation." I was like, "Isn't that exactly what happened to you?" He shut up immediately, and I was like, "Yeah, I was about to say this. I don't know where you are laughing at this.
Yeah, like they'll literally laugh at the fact. Like, no, I want to say, like, they will laugh at very severe things. Like, they will laugh at the fact that I cried about breaking down in a stream for a very severe reason. And for the people who want to know why I cried, is because I was reliving the trauma. Like, they're going around saying, "Oh, you shouldn't say." What Spoken said about Minhart because of what she went through, but they think it's okay to tell me, someone who's been through sexual abuse for a lot of my life as a child, that I'm a whore and to get raped and shit. Like, I understand it's fun for them, but they need to understand they are doing actual damage. I did literally try to kill myself last year because of it. If I were to die, my blood would have been on their hands.
Okay,
and they
so I've got to catch 22 here, Buttons. I don't wish to cause you any grief or harm, but I see that we're spinning in circles, and I could either ignore what was put in the chat, which you're still upset, so I don't know if that's doing any favors. Leo,
well, no, he and I have talked with each other.
Okay.
He and I
want to address something here. Let me address something here. Apparently, what I'm being told is you're.
I know, you're going beep boop.
Apparently, robot. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Apparently, your ex-roommate also contacted. I'm trying to get the for that. So this may not your personal life per se, more of just your personal life invading your internet life, which can get ugly. Trust me, I'm aware of other people.
All the bots roll out.
Yeah, I got like half of that maybe.
Doggone it!
I know. It's like God came down and censored you.
No, it was the ghost of Stan Lee. That's the reason he died, was to censor Leo.
Oh, indeed.
Rip.
Not
you ain't talking in this stream. Excelsior!
Not terribly, Kichi. I've been distracted by the chat for some time now.
Wait, we got Kichi in the chat?
Yeah.
Kichi.
Yes, Kichi is good people.
Yes, Kichi is good people.
Foxwell, there's your best joke of the night. Jar is trying to convert Leo to robotology. Yeah. What I miss? Freaking Leo's having it out with Buttons, and I'm shutting down because I don't feel like getting in an argument with anybody. I'm just chilling. I didn't even take any kratom for this podcast. I just feel I was like, you know what? I'm gonna relax today. I'm gonna just chill the fuck out.
So boring.
Like,
Leo's augments are malfunctioning. That's why.
Yeah. Big Johnson in the chat.
Hey, Dick Johnson?
No, there's a guy named freaking Eric Johnson, so I just call him Big Johnson.
All right, check the chat.
Long Johnson.
Okay. Let me block the screen just in case.
do they have proof of that?
Waiting on it.
Okay, so Leo just typed in the chat, the assertion from Top of the Barrel is that your ex-roommate contacted them. For those who can't see it.
Yeah, I saw. I'm hoping.
Yeah, but
I'm hoping that that's the case then, because I would feel a lot more comfortable with them knowing they didn't invade my offline life, because that one did hit home because of the things that person did to me, and I'm not going to get into what it is because it's private, and I've already said enough stuff for the stream. But
yeah, I'd recommend that once the stream is over, or just take some time and yourself, or get in touch with me. We'll talk it out.
full disclosure, Jace and Sheldon are staunchly anti-doxing.
What is
Staunchly?
Okay, I understand that.
I can only guess very anti.
Beep, boop, beep.
Yeah, I know.
I think you're okay now.
I trust nothing.
Indeed.
I was gonna say, hey, for all we know, the gods of streaming, and we'll make your voice go all roboto the second you start actually talking again.
What was that?
That was me. All right, so I think we've kind of hit a brick wall so far. So if anybody else has anything to cover, now's a good time to go for it.
I mean, I'm cool to have people on and come just ass off instead of
Yeah,
like all the seriousness.
I would like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe Bungie might want to take a break. So
yeah, I suggest you do that too.
I have somebody who just hit me up here on Skype, saying that they've been in Button's area. They had a
beep boop
old YouTube channel. Dang it!
No, it was working until you stopped. Perfect. Old YouTube channel.
I've been area, and I had deleted my channel just to say my 2 bits.
No Fiber.
But
Nobody
if you're
wants
trying
to add
end
you.
out.
You annoying asshole. Jesus.
Fuck off, Fiverr.
Yeah, nobody
That's
likes you.
Go back to the land down under.
This person is saying that you need to explain. This person's saying that you need to act when there's an issue. Blackmailing you, you need to act and not hold back. So, I don't know what this person is directly getting at, but I think it's more the fact that you need to take action in things instead of just sitting back. So, we'll see what you do in the future, Buttons.
Well, what are you saying is the right decision? I'm moving with my mother, and I'm gonna have an offline life with that. Like, I have my.
I didn't say what you're doing or what I'm not saying. I'm not saying anything about what you are currently doing. I'm saying we will see how you do, and we will.
I gave
you
some advice about this before, Buttons, which I'm not going to give again in the stream because it would defeat the purpose. It was good advice if you remember it. I remember it, so I could remind you later on.
Yeah, remind me later on.
Yeah, it's a really easy one. So again, I do highly recommend you take a break. Probably work pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a milkshake.
All right.
Strawberry.
Wood.
All right. When you come back, hit me up.
All right. Cool. I don't know if I have the strength for Sheldon now. Maybe like an hour ago. Oh my god. Jesus.
Are you saying you don't? Are you saying you don't have what it takes to have Sheldon here? Are you saying that
after an hour and a half? Perhaps not. After an hour and a half of that bullshit, holy mother of God.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it loose for now. I'll check with you later, man.
All right. Does anybody else want to come into this? I don't think there's anything left to really talk about. Fuck, man. Jesus Christ.
Okay, then I'm gonna put out some negative opinions here.
Okay.
Cobra Commander was right. Optimus Prime is a bad leader, and Star Wars is overrated garbage. Bye.
Bye. All right.
Okay.
I think that's a good place to call it a wrap.
You did join that fucking Stanley tribute that one motherfucker in the chat was talking about?
Oh, I think that's freaking...
I'm not reading the chat.
Yeah, I've been barely paying attention. Yeah, all my prayers and wishes to Stan Lee, great guy.
He's dead.
Yep, I'm not gonna make... you know what, I'm gonna end it before I say anything ignorant there. Yep. Hashtag not making fun of